After raiding with my trio team for quite some time, I was suggested that I should sacrifice some of my quality of life items to get a twisted bow, and with this I start my journey to see just how good of a weapon the twisted bow is. With the majority of my items gone, I have sacrificed a lot to regain what I once had, and Zora was the beginning point of my journey. So 1,000 Zulrah kills have been accomplished. I will show you the loot at the end of this video, although I'd like to talk about my journey and my gear setup through my journey here at this section of the video. Now, the beginning gear that I started with Blessed Hide. Obviously got to go with blue because gotta represent Saradomin, as well as I kept my Pegasians. I had 2 pairs of those because I was tackling the Inferno, so obviously I'm going to go after the Inferno with the T-bow now. So I kept my Pegasians, as well as I kept my Zenite Jewelry, as you should when you do a T-bow rebuild, especially if you're doing a Zulrah rebuild. You want to keep your Ring of Suffering because of the recoil charges, as well as just having the ability to not bring rings of recoil themselves, as well as your Anguish is really good for raids, as well as just a really good item to have when you're ranging. So this is the gear that I use for the first 200-300 kills, and now let's get into the inventory. Now let's get into the inventory setup that I used for these first kill sets of these 200-300 kills. I brought a Bastion Potion because that buffs your range as well as your defense levels, 3 Prayer Potions, and 1 Anti-Venom Plus so I wouldn't get venomed. I also brought a Construction Cape because I do have 99 Construction, and that teleports me to my house, which allows me to teleport to Edgeville for banking, which also in my house I have the Ordinary Rejuvenation Pool, so then I can get all my stats back as well as my health and everything. And finally, for food, I brought Sharks because I did very lazy methods here with Twisted Bow. I did not bring any switches. All I did was attack with Twisted Bow because I wanted to see how good of an item it was. And boy oh boy, I was very impressed. Let's go into the second gear loadout that I used. Alright guys, second gear loadout, nothing really changed other than adding the Serpentine Helm, and that gives you a passive effect of not getting poisoned nor venomed. So because of that, I just dropped my Anti-Venom Plus and just added an extra Shark. And once again, still no switches, being extremely lazy, and I thought I couldn't get any more lazy, but no, I certainly did it by adding in a Serpentine Helm. Finally, for the last gear loadout, all I did was sub out the Blessed Hide for Arma, and this was roughly about, I'm gonna say, 100 kills. Not really that much, but because of the extra range offensive, I do get a little bit more DPS out there. And again, inventory did not change at all. It was the same inventory as when I had the Serpentine Helm and the Blessed Hide. So other than that, that is it. With acquiring this new item, I want to do a little mini-series tackling some of the monsters in Runescape of where the T-bow excels at. And of course, because of me being down so much money, I thought that Zora would be an excellent place to start. Now, if you've been following Zora skills, you guys have realized that back in September, and I'll throw up a graph right now, back in September, it was roughly about 142 at its lowest point. Now, as of November 9th, they're roughly about 242, and they capped out at around 250, making Zora very profitable at the moment, and making this boss really excellent to do for me trying to learn the rotations, because I've never done Zora before this point. I only did 8 kills, as well as this is an excellent opportunity to make some of my money back with its uniques, going for about 5 million GP right now. And if you don't know what their uniques are here at Zora, they are the Tanzanite Fang, which makes the Blowpipe one of the most powerful weapons in the game, the Magic Fang, which makes the Trident of the Swamp, the Serpentine Visage, which makes the Serp Helm, as well as an Uncut Onyx. Now everything here except for the Onyx is going for about 4.8 to 5 mil as of November 9th, 2019. The Onyx is only about 2 mil. So because of that, these rares are quite expensive. They're highly sought after. Of course, Zora has some other items that it drops. It drops the mutagens, the Tanzanite mutagen and the Magma mutagen. I wasn't going after these in the 1,000 kills, but if I were to get these in the 1,000 kills, that would always been nice. But all they do is just recolor your Serp Helm. Tanzanite makes it blue, Magma makes it look like it's red, and of course, there is a pet at Zora, that is the pet snakeling, and there's the Jar of the Swamp, which has the Zora layer displayed in your player-owned house. So from my experience with Zulrah, it went very well. The T-bow can do a lot of damage on certain phases, as well as the T-bow can also be very slow. Now keep in mind I didn't do any switches, so my times could have been decreased if I were to bring switches, but like I said, I want to be very lazy, and I want to see how powerful the T-bow is against a monster such as Zora. Now the one thing I noticed is that on the mage phase for Zora, I did a hell of a lot of damage. I'm talking about 50s, 40s, consistent hits in general, making Zora pretty much take at least 100 damage at times, maybe even 200 if I got lucky. Now you can see up on the screen that I'm just blasting through Zora with this rotation. Now the usual amount of time for kills was roughly between 1 minute 45 seconds to 2 minutes and 25 seconds. But I did get less than a minute a couple of times, or even on a minute, so the T-bow really did pull through, and I had an excellent experience with this, and I did get about 20 to 25 kills an hour, and I was sometimes getting 6 kills a trip. And to me, I think that's pretty good in my book. I don't know about others. I don't have as much experience here at Zora as compared to other people, but overall I had a very, very exciting and fulfilling time here at Zora using this new weapon I acquired. And with that, guys, I'll be showing you the loot that I acquired here at Zora over the 1,000 kills I've done. So let's go to the Grand Exchange and go check that out and get the totals, as well as show you guys what I've acquired. The first inventory is coming in, guys, at a total of 53 million GP. Now if we take a look through this, it looks like our biggest contributors are the Battle Staves, the Manta Rays, Zolandra Teleports, 25 Dragon Med Helms. I am not kidding you there, I got 25 Dragon Med Helms. I got super lucky with that, as well as with the Magic Seeds. I got 45 of them. I would expect, guys, if you were to do 1,000 Zora kills, I would not expect this amount for either the Magic Seeds nor the Dragon Med Helms. Also, speaking of seeds, I'm not going to include Spirit Seeds because they don't really hold a value, but I got, I think, 4 of those, if I remember correctly. If we scroll down here, we got 1.6 million grapes, and we haven't even done the Zora scales yet, but we're at 53 million, and we're not even at uniques as well. So let's continue onwards. The final price check is coming in, including Zora uniques, as well as all of the Zora scales I've acquired in 1,000 kills. And today we are coming out to a total of 88.2 million GP, 16 Dragon Hellbirds, a total of 1 Magic Fang, 1 Tanzanite Fang, 3 Serpentine Visages, and 2 Uncut Onyxes, and a total of 206,000 Zora scales. And also, guys, keep in mind, I was using the Serp Helm for some of the for a good amount of these kills. So that means with the Serp Helm used, I need to, you know, put the Zora scales back into it. So that means I got even more Zora scales out of these 1,000 kills. But yeah, that is the total, 88.2 with the uniques. Everything else. Now you may be wondering, where's the, the pure essence? Where is that? I'm not going to include that. No one cares about pure essence. If you really want to know how much I got, it was like over 200,000, something ridiculous. But from the rare drop table, guys, 3 Runite bars, 1 Dragonstone, 1 Rune Spear, 5 Rune Javelins, 1 Rune Kite Shield. So quite a bit of money, guys. Quite a bit of money. So that comes out to a total of 141.6 million GP from 1,000 Zora kills. Guys, no pet acquired, no mutagen, no Jar of Swamp, but a good amount of uniques and a lot of Zora scales. I think this was an excellent experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well as tune in for stuff in the future. I'm planning on things. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Of course, before I go, I have to thank our 2 channel membership sponsors. And again, they go out to Kevin Ace and Josh Sterling. Thank you guys once again for supporting the channel. It's always greatly appreciated. As well as, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm Shankamuffin. I'm signing out. Please enjoy this outro.